Hello, everybody. This is your host, Chris Iacono, and you're listening to Season 5, Episode 6 of Atomic Rumpus. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, Atomic Rumpus is 100% listener-supported. So if you like what you hear, and you'd like to get access to some premium content that's not released on our public feed, please consider becoming a monthly supporter of the show on our Patreon page. patreon.com/Atomic Rumpus, or you can make a one-time donation or purchase some merchandise on our website at atomicrumpus.com. And now, on with the show. For the first time in the history of Colorado, Denver has issued a license to the city's first pot lounge. Kind of like Amsterdam, a little bit, but not so much at all, really. It's actually totally different. If any of you have been to Amsterdam out there, Amsterdam's got a cool system. You go to Amsterdam and you go to a store and you buy a little bit of weed and then you smoke it right there. You sit down at a table, you roll it up, you put it in your pipe, you smoke it. You buy right there, and then you consume right there. That's not what Denver has done. It only took like 4 or 5 years for Denver to give one license for a place to allow consumption. This has been a big problem in Colorado. You can buy it, but if you don't live here, there's nowhere to smoke it. You can't, smoking it on the street, you can get a ticket. They won't arrest you anymore. It's a public consumption ticket. It's like drinking a beer outside. But again, who wants that problem? You don't want to give them any excuse to bother you. So where have people been going? I mean, they don't allow it in the hotel rooms. Most of the hotel rooms have banned it. And they charge you like a $300 fee if they even think you smoked weed in the room. So the next place, Airbnb. You got to look on Airbnb for 420-friendly places. And if you don't have one of those, where are you supposed to go? Nowhere. So it's been a big problem. So the Department of Excises and Licenses Committee group of douchebags issued the license for an establishment called the Coffee Joint, and it's a cannabis consumption location. So it's the first one to ever have it. So they still got a bunch of hoops to jump through. They got to go through a fire inspection. They got to go through a dust inspection, a paint inspection, a brick inspection. They got to 4 more people got to come down. They got to have another vote. It's there. It's going to happen, but it's still going to take a little bit. And it's very limited. So I gotta be honest. I'm reading this here, and it's not that awesome. Everyone else, oh wow, so cool. Look, I stand for absolute freedom, ultimate freedom. Okay, having to get a piece of paper so people could smoke a joint in your coffee shop is not freedom. It's not a free country, and they can't actually smoke it. So all you're allowed to do is vape or consume an edible. You cannot spark a bowl. Even though this is considered a pot lounge. Yeah, okay, my ass. And you want to know who you can thank for that? The Colorado Clean Air Act. Yep, another stupid law that some assholes voted. There's too much cigarette smoke in this bar. Then go to another bar, dummy. Don't go pass a law saying, no, you're not allowed to smoke in this bar anymore. It's not your bar. It's not your restaurant. If I own a restaurant and I want to stand there sticking lit cigarettes up my ass, I will fucking do that because it's my restaurant. That's going to be a ridiculous, silly restaurant that nobody's going to eat the food in, and it'll go bankrupt and out of business in 3 weeks. But ultimate freedom. Okay? So thanks to the Colorado Clean Air Act and something about protecting the fucking children again, you will never, ever be allowed to smoke indoors. And they have amended the Colorado Clean Air Act to include cannabis smoke and any establishment that serves any bit of food. The only places where you can actually smoke indoors are cigar shops that have been around for 40 years, that have been grandfathered in, and a majority of your products sell tobacco. So if you're a cigarette shop, you might be allowed to have smoking inside. But the moment you do, you can't serve food. And this coffee shop they don't even sell you the food. It's a $5 entry fee, and they give you a free cup of coffee. So they're not even like making coffee. They're not making scones. They're not making muffins. They just got it all prepackaged, and you can buy snacks. And even then, people aren't allowed to spark up. You got to vape or eat a brownie. Wow, it's retarded. That's so stupid. All right, well, you know what? It's a step in a direction. I'm not going to say it's the right direction, but there is a place where you can vape now in Colorado. I'm sure there's going to be more, and hopefully some spots will open where you can just actually like smoke a joint or spark up a bowl with a Bic lighter and flame eventually. But for right now, so, best of luck to your coffee joint. I hope your 19 inspections go well. I hope you keep, 50 or 60 bureaucrat, worthless busybodies busy for a week or two, giving you permission to operate your business in this free country we live in. Oh, my God. This is supposed to be good news. Even this pisses me off.
Hey everybody, Brando here. I just wanted to jump in and say how much we appreciate our listeners. We love you guys, and we love bringing content to you. Help support our show by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/Atomic Rumpus. You get bonus content, you get Easter eggs, you get bloopers, you get dupers, you get supers, you get all kinds of stuff. There's various different levels, and with every level you're contributing to helping make this show great and bring it to more people. So if you love us back, go to patreon.com/Atomic Rumpus. We'd love to see you there. We'd love to bring you content, and thank you so much for listening.
It's the Name That Strain contest. That's right. Once a month, we run a contest where you, the listeners, submit your funny, original cannabis strain names. So if you could name a cannabis, any type of cannabis, what would you name your cannabis? Entries must be original. They should be funny. And you could send them to us on our Twitter, on our Facebook, through our website contact form, or any of the other 9 messaging systems we have. You can also email them to us directly on the atomicrumpus.com website. So some people have asked, how does the contest work? Well, it's a 2-part contest. You submit your funny original names to us, and then you pick the funny ones. I pick 3 funny ones. I pick 3 original funny ones, and then we put those to a vote online. First submission. It's in the finalists. So you guys are going to get to vote on the winner here. And the winner of this contest will receive special prizes in the mail. We've got our Name That Strain poster. It's an original work of art created by yours truly. It's a strain map of the world made up entirely of funny strain names. Some names from the show, some names that I've come up with, some names that are geographically accurate. It's a really cool poster. And the winner of the contest will receive one in the mail. All right. And if you'd like to buy a poster, we actually sell those now. Our posters are for sale on our website. Just go to atomicrumpus.com /store. Not only would you be getting an awesome poster for your walls, but you would be helping support the show by purchasing it from us. So if you don't think you're going to win the contest or you just want to buy a poster, go check that out. But the winner of the contest will receive one of those in the mail from us. All right. First finalist, Mary Jane Eckler, writes in Stoned Uncle Gale. Stoned Uncle Gale. I don't have any uncles named Gale. I don't have a stoned uncle. I've got a drunk Uncle Tom, which is not as nice as a stoned uncle. I would much rather my drunkle be a stunkle than a stoned drunkle uncle. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore. Stoned Uncle Gale. He sounds like a guy I could hang out with. Your Uncle Gale sounds like the type of person that grows weed in his crawl space, unbeknownst to your aunt. Gale, why is the electric bill $4,200 this month? Well, I wanted a cheap 1/8. All right, Stoned Uncle Gale, submission number 1. Next submission coming up, Rise from South Wales writes in, The Dahmer Calmer. All right, not bad, not bad. For those of you that don't know where South Wales is, it's a little bit below North Wales and a little west of London, a little bit west of the UK. You guys have anybody from Wales? Wales is like the dirty south of the UK. They got a very interesting accent in South Wales. Very sing-songy. I'm not going to attempt to do my Welsh accent because I don't have a Welsh accent. And it would probably sound like some awful contraption of Cockney and Scottish that isn't correct. I knew somebody from Wales, though, named Ham, believe it or not. Yeah, actually, there's a person named Ham in South Wales. That's how they are in Wales. They name each other Ham. The chicken and ham. The Dahmer Calmer from Rise in South Wales. I like it because anybody named Dahmer should be calm. Jeffrey Dahmer, maybe? This is like a weed that calms down serial killers, which is good. We need less serial killers in the world and more cannabis. I support it. And last submission coming up. Talon from South Dakota writes in, Octopus Jesus. All right. That's, are you just making them up now? Number one, who the hell names their kid Talon? Talon? Talon with a T. T-A-L-E-N. Oh, man. He sounds like this type of guy who's got a brother named Tucker and a dad named Jabroni. We got a little beef now between South Dakota and South Wales. Talon. All right, look, I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't smoke nothing named Octopus Jesus. I think you just came up with two silly words and put them together, and somehow this slipped in to the running. Octopus Jesus sounds like an indie band I would never go see. Although, I bet Jesus can make a lot more wine if he had 8 tentacles. All right, well, those are your submissions. And now for the voting. So you can vote for these. We're going to be putting up a poll on our Patreon page. Anybody can vote in the poll. You don't need to become a supporter to vote, but you do need a Patreon account, so it's totally free to vote. It's going to be a public poll, and you can help choose the winner of the contest. So that poll is going to be put up this week. Go ahead and hop on. Check it out, patreon.com, patreon.com/Atomic Rumpus. That's where the poll will be. We'll pin it to the top of the page for the next couple of weeks. Vote, and then, we'll announce the winner, and good luck. And we're back on the Green Chef. Recipe today is coming from Brando. This is Chris Iacono. Brando's here and Nadine is here.
Hello.
I'm physically here.
Physically here. Brando has got a great recipe for us today. I'm not sure if I believe him, but it sounds pretty crazy. Sandwich on a stick.
Sandwich on a stick.
Wait, does it have a sauce? I feel pretty saucy today.
You look pretty saucy, and no. It has a sauce if you want to make a sauce.
If you want to make a sauce.
If you would like to. Actually, you probably could have a dipping sauce if you really wanted to. You could make it a sandwich, what do you call that? Fondue.
I never thought sandwiches were supposed to have dipping sauces, and I've never been comfortable with the au juice.
Au jus.
I know like the au juice.
You're like the Au Hitler then.
No, I never thought of the au juice like
let
that.
Let the au juice alone.
No, you don't need. If you're dipping your sandwich, you shouldn't be eating a sandwich.
If you're putting your sandwich on a stick, you probably shouldn't be eating your sandwich anyway.
Agreed.
So that's not the point.
Okay.
The point here is
to
make a recipe that's already well established as working and making something new out of it.
Okay.
So what is the name of this?
It's sandwich on a stick.
Oh.
It's all in the title. Like literally the entire recipe is in the name.
Oh my God, is he making a stick sandwich?
Ew.
What's
like popsicle
wrong with a stick sandwich?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a well-established fact that any food is exponentially bettered if it's on a stick.
No.
What isn't?
Maybe
ice
sandwiches.
Ice cream on a cone.
Ice cream that's not a stick.
It's a stick. It's a widened cone-like stick.
You can't eat
cone
a stick.
equals stick.
I mean, he's got somewhat of a point.
No.
Like
Popsicle, juice is better frozen.
Think about it like this. Think about it like this. Okay, you're walking around and an Italian walks up and just hands you a meatball out of his pocket.
Yeah,
he pulls a couple of meatballs out and just hands it to you like, whoa, gross.
Yeah.
As opposed to them handing you a meatball on a stick.
Boom.
Meatball on a stick works. You don't have to sell me.
Exactly. Better than a meatball. Like those little
but sandwich on a stick
samplings?
Is redundant.
No, you're redundant.
I think you're being challenged to.
No.
Why? Are you just that you don't want to touch the sandwiches, so you put popsicle sticks
on them?
So the reason behind
the meat
this
is to carry it.
It is, but this is to carry the carrier, and this is so you can make smaller, bite-sized shapes that you don't have to worry about, getting shit all over your hands, and you can eat the entire sandwich in one bite. So you can make different little sandwiches if you want to raid your kitchen and get the last of everything, like in some weird recipes that have that in it. You could make each of those into a little sandwich and put it on a stick and then eat that stick sandwich separately.
All right, so I got stick as the number one ingredient.
Stick is an ingredient.
Okay.
There is also white bread is an ingredient.
Right.
Butter is an ingredient.
all these things all still taste like sticks.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there flavor at all?
We'll throw a curveball here. Peanut butter.
Wow.
That's an ingredient.
Wow.
With butter?
Yep.
Only a stoner would be like, I'm going to put this peanut butter sandwich on a
with
stick.
this butter.
That's not going to... What do you mean? You got to toast it.
White sugar.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Yep. And whole wheat bread also.
White bread and wheat bread?
White bread and wheat bread. This is
You're indecisive?
This is a layered recipe. This is something that if you've had... I mean, you can go out and shop for this shit and buy everything, but if you have both breads...
Okay, all right.
Together, why not?
You lost
Have
me
you ever tried that?
You lost me at sugar, got me back at layered.
Yeah. This is a roller coaster ride.
Okay, all right.
You'll come back.
I know, you were like, sandwich? Oh, no. And I was like...
What's it on? What's it on?
And then I heard stick, and I was like, what?
Yep. Now, here's how you do this. So you butter a slice of white bread.
Okay.
You spread peanut butter on the bread over the layer of butter.
Whoa.
You could also, now this is also up for, you don't have to have sugar. You could use cinnamon if you wanted a little healthier option. You could use
healthy to your butter sandwich, your butter white bread sandwich.
Yeah,
okay.
there's nothing wrong with
Thank
nothing wrong
goodness I
with butter.
swapped out that sugar for this cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I'm a health nut.
Hey, he told me he got lost at sugar. I'm helping to find him by adding cinnamon.
Okay.
I mean, what Guido doesn't like cinnamon? Isn't that like a thing?
Everyone likes
I
cinnamon.
thought so.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're back now, right?
I'm back.
Yeah, it's cinnamon.
Yeah, my cinnamon peanut
Sugar.
butter white bread
Yes.
sandwich.
So
on
you
a stick.
sprinkle the sugar on the top of the peanut butter layer.
Uh-huh.
You place the wheat bread on top of the white bread, and then you repeat the layering of butter, peanut butter, and sugar. You top the wheat bread.
Am I smushing it every time? Am I smushing it down?
You were mildly compacting it. You're
Mildly
not
compacting.
smushing it where you're smushing the bread and making it flat. You're just making them layered.
Not like you just opened up your lunch pack at school and your thermos had smushed your sandwich.
No,
type
that's
smush.
the worst. Where you have like that Ziploc baggie just full of jelly.
Yeah, and the
mush.
jelly is mushed through the bread. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, don't.
You were
don't do
talking
that.
about goddamn sandwich kebabs, and I'm offended.
Oh, sandwich
It's not a
kebab.
sandwich kebab. It's a sandwich on a stick.
It is a sandwich kebab. Oh,
It's a totally different thing. It's a sandwich on a stick.
Do you
What's
put
wrong
them on
with
the
a sandwich
barbecue
kebab?
after?
You could toast, and this is another thing. You could toast.
The
You could
fact
toast
that
the breads.
the fact that you even could put this sandwich on the barbecue is a complete abomination to everything I stand
No,
for.
you could put it on the toaster. You could put it in a toaster oven. If you wanted to toast the breads and actually toast these things, you could do that. It would
Okay.
be pretty good,
Yeah.
actually.
Don't tell me this is a barbecue stick sandwich.
Pretty much.
Oh.
But it's peanut butter and sugar and cinnamon.
Okay, you know.
Then you cut the layered slices into 9 pieces,
Uh-huh.
and you insert sticks in them. You could use toothpicks. You could use skewers.
Uh-huh. 9 pieces.
9.
9. So they're tiny
1,
little...
2, 3 cuts. 1, 2, 3 cuts.
okay.
Forward, horizontal, x-axis, y-axis.
And how many layers you got of bread now? 4?
You've got 4 layers of bread.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a tic-tac-toe?
Bread, peanut butter,
Like a
sugar,
hashtag?
Like a
bread,
cake.
bread. Yeah, it's exactly a cake. It's
Yeah.
like a 7-layer.
This is a
It's like a
stoner
7-layer burrito,
7-layer
but
stoner
with
cake.
peanut butter and bread and butter, and it's delicious.
7-layer stoner cake.
I was
put them
picturing this
on-
incorrectly.
You were, and your fault. I'll
I was
accept your
I was
apology.
picturing putting little squares of bread onto a stick like a marshmallow at a fire.
Oh, no.
and then
One
just
at a
like
time and
toasting
then
it over.
toasting it?
You could totally, if you're camping and you're making this, you could toast it over a campfire, and it would be amazing. I
I'm
would
sure it
love
would
to try
be.
that. You could also batter it if you wanted to make little Monte Cristos.
Okay.
You could do that and put those on a stick. It's just like making a layered sandwich and then making the layered sandwich more smaller layer
All right,
sandwiches
all right.
and putting them on sticks.
Okay. That sounds
That's all it is.
amazing.
It's really
Did your
easy.
grandpa used to make this?
My grandpa did not used to make this. My grandpa made other things that I can't discuss on the radio. My grandpa he's an interesting guy.
Okay, all right.
That just got weird.
It did. We can actually, that's a good banter piece. We could talk about
We'll get into that.
we can
We'll
talk
get
about
into Brando's weird grandpa on another episode.
that. That's actually a good banter.
I'll write it down. All right, sandwich on a stick. Let us know how this monstrosity of a sandwich comes out.
And by monstrosity, you mean delicious, amazing, beautiful thing that you just
Absolutely.
made.
Stick sandwich,
Stick
y'all.
sandwich. Send us photos of
Like
this.
a little sandwich building that you could topple.
The mess people are going to
In
make
your
with this
mouth.
sandwich now.
It's delicious.
We're sorry.
If you haven't already, please leave us an awesome review on iTunes. It's the quickest and easiest way to help spread the show. Click on that 5-star button. If you want to leave us an awesome review too, great. You can say anything. Tell us how much you like cheese. It pushes us up in their weird algorithm that we don't understand. Thanks again. Have a great week.